The first AI-powered hotel in the world, and that's what we have today. With the projects we have on hand, probably we're looking at $2 billion in sales in the next 3 years. I truly started from like, what's the lowest in the building? Is the floor.
Well,
I started
the
from
garage.
the floors
You were
up.
like,
So I can literally say I started from the floors up. I was 23 at the time, I think 22, 23. And I remember I used to lie that me and my cousin, hey, we're not the owners, it's our uncle, but we're representative of the uncle because we did not know the industry. And now the people working for you know more than you. You cannot tell them that, hey, I'm the boss and I don't know. I'm saying, hey, it's my uncle, but I'm here to help him out and then teach me.
So most people say fake it till you make it. This seems like it was a part of your success story.
That's the epitome of faking it. You tend to always stay the same because it's the easiest. You know, people hate change. And you hate growth because it's not easy, and they hate discomfort. What's gonna differentiate the next generation is not information and knowledge because it's around you. It's your ability to push beyond your comfort zone day in and day out. That's what's gonna differentiate one person from the other.
Phillippe Ziade, welcome to the show. CEO of Growth Holdings.
CEO, big boss.
Well,
big boss.
I'm proud of you. You just said my last name the right way.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Doesn't come along often.
So CEO of Growth Holdings, what is Growth Holdings? I know it's a huge real estate company. You guys build hotels all over America, all over South America, in Mexico, all over the world. You got big plans, big things going on. How did you get started?
With difficulties.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I get started. But, it's an evolution of your life. Coming from Lebanon, having nothing, you come to this country. And, when you're hungry, you just got to eat. And you don't stop when you're full. You just got to keep eating. Because what if you go back and become hungry again? So you got to plan.
When did you come to the U.S.?
January 1999. 26 years ago.
And where'd you guys go?
26 and a half. Huh?
Where'd you?
I went straight to Las Vegas. I came as a student. Did mechanical and civil engineering at UNLV in Las Vegas.
So super nerd.
Not really, I wish. But I had to, because I had to come as a student visa. And then Las Vegas was actually the cheapest tuition, and the cost of living was cheaper. I had no money. And then I had my uncle was there and my cousin. So it was easier for me to have, family. So that's how it started. You come in knowing you're going to do something. You don't know what you're going to do. And you never know what the journey is going to look like. But it's exciting.
How did you fall into real estate?
As an engineering, and you're closer to construction as a civil and mechanical engineer. So and then I started actually with a stone company in 1999. We started a stone company, me and my cousin, and start doing some hard surfaces jobs and
what is that
for builders and developers, like flooring, countertops.
Okay.
Yeah. And so as you're doing it for the developers and the contractors, and you have all of that ambition in you. So no, I want to become like this guy and like that guy, and you start pushing the envelope, and then you just grow. And it was a good journey. It was quick because Vegas was booming, and it was you have that boom before the 2008 collapse of the market. So we went through that
What did you do? So you went to college. After you graduated college, you opened up a stone.
Yeah. So actually, I started when I was in college, like immediately when I came here, because my cousin is a US citizen, so he started, and then me and him under his name, and then I was involved from day one, and that's how we've done it. So it's.
Are you guys partners today still?
No, we're not anymore, but we're very close. We're like brothers.
So how did you make the transition from contractor to developer? Because a lot of contractors stay contractors forever.
Yeah.
So how did you make that transition?
That's what I tell my brothers all the time. You tend to always stay the same because it's the easiest. People hate change, and you hate growth because it's not easy, and they hate discomfort in general. So you just want to stay in your comfort zone. But I think it starts with who you are as a person. I mean, if I don't grow and myself and innovate, I die. Like I just can't keep doing just the same thing. This is in my character, and I think that was the driver. That's not always necessarily good. Sometimes I hate myself for being that, because you can just keep growing and fast, and you never stop, and you're just going at a faster pace. But this is pace. But that's who I am.
So what was your first project that transitioned you from a contractor to a developer?
So-
And what was your first project?
Sometimes I struggle with who I am, but my first project was a project in Laughlin, 2000 and I think 5.
Okay.
It was a big development, multifamily development, and also started doing some
What were you building?
multifamily,
Like how many units?
like 250 units right on the water.
How did you go
on the
from
Colorado
no
River.
experience, nothing to 250 units?
Because you throw yourself. I mean, that's how I started my stone business also. I mean, we started with nothing. I knew nothing. We had nothing. And then I sold my first contract within, I would say, the first year of being in the US, I sold my first contract. It was a $10 million contract. And I knew nothing about the contract. I knew nothing about pricing. Got so excited. I told everybody that I made it, not realizing that the $10 million job that I priced was the cost was 15 million. I didn't even know how to price it. So
5 million.
yes,
First
and
job.
I realized that I lost the job when we started, and I'm like,
man, selling is so easy.
and I remember I slept on the bed. I still remember that ceiling in the bedroom, looking at the ceiling. Is like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna do all of this? And it pushed me more to go get other jobs so I can make up the gap on the first job. But that's how we learned. And
were you guys doing this for hotels?
yeah, it was the Palms Hotel. They were building it in year 2000.
And you guys were doing the stonework for inside the rooms?
Yes, we were supplying the stone and doing some work. And I was very young. I was 23 at the time, I think 22, 23. And I remember I used to lie that me and my cousin, hey, we're not the owners, it's our uncle, but we're representative of the uncle, because we did not know the industry. And now the people working for you know more than you.
Yeah.
And then you cannot tell them that, hey, I'm the boss and I don't know. I'm saying, hey, it's my uncle, but I'm here to help him out and then teach me.
So most people say fake it till you make it. This seems like it was a part of your success story.
That's the epitome of faking it. I don't like to call it fake it.
No, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's like, I wasn't planning to fake it, but you just see yourself in the middle of it.
So this makes a lot of sense. So you first come in, you work with your cousin, you're selling all the marble and the stones and doing all the fabrications for hotels. You see all these hotels going up. You're like, wait a minute.
One day
I'm meeting all the contractors, I'm meeting all the architects. Why don't I just build a hotel?
One day I'm going to have a hotel, and not any hotel. I'm going to have the first AI-powered hotel in the world, and that's what we have today. But you know what I like is I feel so comfortable, because I truly started from like what's the lowest in the building is the floor.
Well,
started
the
from
garage.
the floors up,
like,
so I can literally say I started from the floors up.
Mhm.
And that makes me very comfortable. In every meeting, every setting, also my brothers are the same. Like you put me in any setting, I'm very well versed of what's going on around me, and I'm always know exactly what I need and what I want, and that helps a lot. You know, a lot of times I say, like, hey, I wish I worked for another company early on. It helped me grow, so I don't have to do it on my own. I would have probably been faster learning, cheaper, better for me health-wise. But then you go back, it's like, you know what? But all the things you've learned, you know, all the walls you hit on the way here, like how many things you learn. And people always say, and I'm sure you guys hear it, but people always say like, hey, it's not the destination, it's the journey.
Yeah.
But I don't agree with that. I don't think, for me, it's not just the journey. What's most important is, who do you become on that journey? That's the big part, is how do you grow as you go through that journey? And that's when I look back, that's the things that makes me like feel good. Like I feel good of who I became along the way of that journey. And I think that's the real wealth that you assemble. It's who do you become, really.
Well, Phillipe, you mentioned health several times.
Yeah.
That must be important to you. What is it about your work that you feel like you sacrificed your health?
I'll tell you why it's important. Because I'm going to be 50 next year.
Okay.
So that big 50 is like haunting me, like in my face. But that's why I say health. But no, health meaning like stress and pressure. A lot of times, and I was having conversation earlier, like say, hey, yeah, also people say like, oh, I love what I do. I mean, I love what I do, but it's not always true. I mean, I don't love what I do every day. A lot of days I wake up and I hate what I do. You know, it depends on the day and the problem that you have. But you know, you're in it. So really, you got to have the discipline and to go through it and get it done. So it's not for me like it's the commitment. And a lot of times I say it's the health, it's a lot of work because I feel I'm overworking myself and I would like to slow down a little bit, but then you look around and then you can't. I don't have the option to slow down. So it's a combination of loving it one day, not loving it the other day, but it's the commitment that keeps you going up and down. But at the end of the day, you're always learning and you're always pushing forward. And that's what I say today, because if you look today, we live in, I would like to call it, we live in the augmented age. Okay, what's the augmented age? Where our capabilities as human is being augmented by these computational systems we call AI, right? So the AI. So we're augmented. The information is readily available. Everything is around you. You chat GPT, this and that. I mean, I wish I grew up in that era, but I didn't. You know, we couldn't. I wish I had all that information around me, but now it's available. So really, I think what's going to differentiate the next generation is not information and knowledge, because it's around you. It's your ability to push beyond your comfort zone day in and day out. That's what's going to differentiate one person from the other. And like I said earlier, it's all about you be willing to push and change, because people don't like to change. And if you do not change, if you do not push, you're not going to grow as a human. And my advice to whoever is listening to me today is that's the real feeling of success and wealth is I always say it, like, success is, at the end of the day, is who do you become when you make it or when you have the money. It's not having the money itself, it's who do you become as a person. That makes a difference.
Well, speaking on success, you get here in 1999.
Yeah.
Fast forward to 2025.
Yes.
What is success?
26 years, man. It's like so quick.
Yeah. What has that led to as far as your accomplishments? Growth Holdings.
Who I became today? Oh, as a business or as me personally?
Yeah, business.
I mean, for Growth Holdings, we span along, like, now real estate development, technology development, and hospitality, basically. So within real estate developments, we have multiple, operations, from like engineering, architecture, to actually contracting, to supply chain and procurement. Then technology.
What are the sales or the numbers on the real estate holding side, to get an understanding of kind of?
So at a high level now, with the projects we have on hand, is probably we're looking at $2 billion in sales in the next 3 years.
That's the real estate side.
That's the real estate side.
Okay.
Real estate meaning high-end communities that we develop in Las Vegas, and hospitality, the hotels. Then on the tech side, we develop hardware and software. So we have an office, we have in the US, of course, but we have an office in Germany. Then we have an office in Lebanon. And
is it in Berlin by any chance? In Germany?
No, it's in Mainz, next to Frankfurt.
Oh, okay. Because Berlin is a tech hub that I'm hearing more and more now. It's becoming like a pretty skilled.
It is. So, but we're next to Frankfurt, and I like Germany because German engineering is really solid.
Is that for hardware? So your
hardware and software. Mm-hmm. And then Lebanese. I'm Lebanese. Your Persian.
Yes.
So our type of people are talented. I haven't heard of this one, but I'll tell you, Lebanese, they don't need the finance. That somehow they make it happen. Like that's what Lebanese is. Impressive. I think we call it Lebanity, and I think
it's the Paris of the Middle East.
I think all over the world they need to teach what Lebanity means. How against all the odds, you're always happy, your nightlife is crazy, and people are like the society, the environment is. And earlier they asked me, like, hey, if you want to describe Lebanon in one word, what would you describe? What would be they said 3 words. I said, no, I'm going to use 1 word. Life. Because life is happy, life is difficult, life is promising, life is challenging at the same time, and this up and down. And I think Lebanon for me defined life, because you see everything. You see the difficulty, you see the sad stuff, but you also see the you know, the happiness, the excitement, the ambition, the resilience. I mean, it's impressive how you go and you go in Lebanon, like your routine, daily routine. You have no power, you have no internet. And if you have internet, you can't hear anything from them because it's chopped and then it's not solid. You have like half of your day is dealing with stuff that here, they don't exist. You know, here, if you lose the power now for 2 minutes, you guys gotta panic.
All hell. Yeah.
I'm gonna be fine because I'm used to it. You guys gotta panic.
Party scene in Lebanon.
Yeah, it's
a party scene.
So
It
that
starts at midnight.
Yes, and that party scene that you're looking, you don't even know what's on the background. That party scene is running on generator, right? No, government power, local regional generators, and then solar batteries, and then it goes jump from one to one to one to one,
Just to keep it going.
just to go out. So imagine here you have to do all of this to be able to go out. Nobody will go out.
Yeah.
That's the resilience that I'm talking about. It's just impressive. I mean, it's impressive, and it's the hospitality that they have. People are hospitable. They're happy. You go out, you just feel you really went out, like you just had fun.
Have you thought of building any hotels in Lebanon or anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, you always think, but for me, I decided to, if I want to help by employing the youth versus building a hotel, because you know the situation is up and down, is dangerous, and I think helping the youth by providing jobs, and not just jobs, providing jobs and know-how and transfer know-how and open the door for them to create a career path, especially connected to us in the US. And we are at the forefront of the US with all the AI we're doing with our new hospitality concept. I think that's a much better way to help than just building a building and employing people.
You also mentioned the AI and your tech. How are you guys merging tech with hotels? I've seen hotels in Japan that are all tech, and I've seen hotels in New York that have basically sort of like tech, but the most tech futuristic hotels that I've ever seen or stayed at were in Japan. And I'm curious, you mentioned you guys built one in Vegas, and that's your flagship, right? Can you talk about that?
So yeah, we just opened July 1st. It's a soft opening. So now we're rolling out the tech. It's going to take us 6 to 12 months to fully deploy the tech. Our tech is a little bit different. So when you walk into the property, you will not feel that it's a tech property. So our AI is hidden, so that the guest will feel like they're the center of the universe. But basically what we do is we're changing the way, hospitality from the guest adapting to the hotel to making the hotel adapt to the guest.
So give me some examples.
So we're flipping it.
Give me some examples.
So our entire floor is interconnected units with doors. You know how you go to a room, there's a connecting doors?
Yeah.
So the whole floor is interconnecting units in a special layout. And basically, instead of the hotel telling you, okay, we have only studio, which is that bedroom, right? And then we have very few suites.
Oh.
So the hotel, and then here's the 3 different room types at that price, right? And then you pick, okay, I want to see which one works best for me. But
that's modular?
So yeah, with us, is you actually build it yourself. You tell us, okay, do you want studio, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, or 5 bedroom, up to 6 bedroom suites, and then the AI will puzzle it in real time and open and close doors to give you really what you want.
Well, will it feel like an actual 3 bedroom, or it feel like it will like feel adjoining rooms?
No, it will feel like 3 bedroom because we have apartments. So we have a kitchen and family room, and the kitchen, let's say, has a 1 bedroom. That's a 1 bedroom unit, right?
Okay.
And then the other 2 bedroom next to it is a kitchen with 2 bedrooms. So that 1 bedroom can pick up a 1 bedroom from this side, another bedroom from this side, another one from the other side, from the other, 2 bedroom suite, or 1 bedroom suite. So really, it's in real time.
And the walls and doors, like
not the walls, just the doors.
Just the doors.
So we developed the locking mechanism, the open and close. When the AI, let's say you booked a 3 bedroom, and then the AI puzzled it for you, right? So when you check in, you virtually check in. When you come in and open check-in, automatically these doors that made that configuration will be open. So when you walk in seeing your 3 bedroom that you booked. So that's why I said the hotel will adapt to you versus you adapting to the hotel.
So you guys are running an AI software to do all this, right?
It's an AI ecosystem, starting from the booking engine that I told you. Then we have onboarding process, then you have your stay, then you have all of this. So to simplify it for you and whoever is listening to us, we created what we call a collective brain, just one brain running everything an ecosystem. So basically, because I see the future of hospitality is not rooms and keys.
So who's your demographic for this? Is it millennials, luxury travelers? What's the main demographic that you guys?
The main demographic is probably the Airbnb demographic. Because if you're looking for so when you go to book Airbnb, why do you go book Airbnb? Because
Your room.
it gives you the variety of the product that you
Yeah.
see on the platform. It can be a studio, it can be a villa, and anything in between, right? The downside of Airbnb is really consistency in the guest experience. Sometimes you have a great experience, beautiful on Airbnb, and a lot of times you're not satisfied. You know, the host is not responsive, there's a water leak, there's a shortage of towels, and you name it.
It really is the cleanup fee. Because like you're paying $200 for a room, and you have $200 cleaning fee.
I'm glad you said that because with us,
real pain.
Because with us, when you book the room, we call it hard attribute. So you pick the physical space that you want, but then you can pick your own soft attributes. For example, as you can say, I want cleaning every day, I want cleaning every other day, and I want no cleaning. So whatever you pick will change your price. So you just really control the space, you control the price, you control your entire stay. You decide how you want it, and then we'll make sure we'll without AI, this is impossible.
What about staff? Is it a reduction in staff as far as like front desk, back, like room service?
It's not necessarily. So it's more efficient. So the staff, because we have all of that power of the tech, now the staff has more time to focus on the guest. And remember what I just told you a minute ago.
Lebanese party animal?
That I believe.
So the party scene is really good?
Beautiful party scene. It's more European. We have an activation by the pool. We have a rooftop lounge. We have a courtyard. We're going to have a lot of European activation, not the Vegas style.
But the south of France.
The Lebanese style.
Lebanese style.
With the Lebanese touch. Yeah.
So it's you're geared towards Gen Z and millennials, basically, right?
Yes.
Those types of and then
if you look at our property, basically them, but it doesn't matter of the age because for you it's
larger families.
Yeah, but you don't interact with the tech. The tech is like I told you, it's hidden. So there's nothing you need to do with the tech. We track all of this. All you have to do is download the key. It's a virtual key. You double click, you download the key because you got to open the room. You got to have access to the pool. You got to pay at the bar. So you come stay with us and then you pay. We track how you take your salad. We track how you take, let's say you like iced latte with oat milk. Next time you come, the iced latte oat milk will be waiting for you at the bar without even you waiting for it. Even if you come 2 years later, that's the only second time you came. We track all of this and we custom tailor your journey just for you, which is unattainable without AI. It's impossible without AI. Like without this computational power, and it's impossible.
And you guys are constantly, obviously, updating your models and adding more and more like data sets, right?
Absolutely. Right now we're rolling out the tech. And you know, when you think you have 10 problems, you have 1,000, and then we go back to the health. So every morning I wake up and it's like I'm sneaking at my like reports and emails. Is like, oh, we thought we have 10, today we have 150.
Wow.
Like you just always, but that's the cost of.
What are the biggest headaches?
That's the cost of innovation. But I'm telling you that when you deploy the technology in the real environment, the things we come up with. It's just funny and painful at the same time, but I'm telling you, like when you think you're gonna have a handful of problems, you have thousands. That's why the mindset and the culture is the important part. Is like, hey, the team needs to be ready. Is like, guys, we don't know what we don't know, and we gotta be ready to tackle the problem, and we gotta be ready to make sure we get to the finish line. And it's not gonna be easy, and we know it's not gonna be easy. And my biggest job around is to tell the team. That it's not easy. Are you sure you're up for it? Yes, we're up for it. Okay, it's not easy.
It's funny that you say this because in 2019, I had the bright idea with a partner of building apartment buildings that are shipping containers in LA. So this is 2019. We look at 5 lots in the city of LA. We select the lot. We buy the lot. We entitle it. We get it all approved and we start construction. We're like, how hard can it be? We're going to build shipping containers off-site for units. We built a 20-unit apartment building 4 stories high. We're like, this is really easy. We'll do all the site work. We'll build the foundation, do all the plumbing, do all the lines, the grading, everything off-site. At the same time, we'll build the shipping containers. And once the lot is ready, the shipping containers will be ready. Then we'll bring them and we'll stack them and be done.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Then we get the building finished. Building inspector comes and we're like, okay, can you sign us off? He goes, I'm not allowed to go inside the building. We're like, why? He goes, because this is under California jurisdiction. We're city of LA jurisdiction. I don't know how shipping containers work, but I'm told by my boss we're not allowed to go inside. I'm like, so how are you going to sign off the fire alarms inside and the fire sprinklers that we had to run inside? He goes, oh, I don't know. Long story short, 5 years later, we finished the project that should have taken a year and a half. On paper, it was like, okay, this is only going to cost X.
Tell me what the cost.
We went over cost by $2 million. We went over timeline by 4 years. We finished the project, and then we get all the copycats calling us. Hey, I saw your shipping container project. Can we interview you and talk to you and get some information about how to do this? I'm like, no, you don't want to do this. They're like, oh, you're just saying this because you don't want competition. You save money. I'm like, no, dude, don't do this. It costs twice as much. It took twice as long. Like, we could have built this and been done with it. It's hell. Like, no, I know you. Like, a bunch of people went and like copied it. And like, I know the sites because they would send spies to come look at us. So like take pictures of the building and then like run off. I can tell they're contractors, right? And then we found out like 2 of the projects and I drove by the like abandoned projects. I'm like, dude, I told you it costs twice as much and it takes twice as long.
You know how many stories I have like this?
Oh, millions.
Like one time I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to frame all the houses in metal framing. That just makes sense, right?
Sounds like a good idea.
And then, hey, we increased the gauge of the metal, so we don't need steel structure. So we just put metal. Okay, it lasts forever. No mold.
No termite.
No, better for like fire. Like, it just makes sense on paper. It's perfect. It's like, okay, well, let's do it. So we decided to do a metal framing. So first of all, the nightmare with the building department. They're not used to it.
Yeah.
And they've never seen it. So now they over-engineer it. They want it over-engineered. Then you come to the inspector. The inspector never seen it. I got to tell you, innovation and construction, real estate is difficult.
I thought this was innovative.
I would say don't innovate. Just see what works and just keep doing it.
Let me tell you, Phillipe. So I have people come up to me, friends and family. They're like, I've been wanting to buy a modular piece of property and put it in my backyard. It seems really simple. Then I'm like, you're not just buying something and placing it in your backyard, right? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, you need foundation, right? They're like, well, yeah, I just make foundation. I'm like, you need a sewer line, right? Like the poop has to go somewhere. They're like, oh, where does it go? I'm like, well, you have to dig a trench and connect it to your sewer line. You need water lines going in, right? You need power lines coming in. You need gas going in, right? They're like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, what do you think? You're just going to buy a box and just put it in your backyard and you're done?
Yeah.
No, there's full infrastructure that needs to go in. And then once you do that, all the seams have to be connected. You're basically like doing twice the work.
So I'm going to tell you a secret. I wasn't one of these guys sneaking on you and taking pictures, but I did consider that container because during that
Let me stop you right there.
It was a big plus. Man, I never done it, but I did look into it because there's a wave of this becoming cool.
It is.
We've seen few projects. It's the same thing when, smart city. Remember like 10 years ago, it's like smart city here, smart city there, smart community. Everybody's building a smart city. And then you look around, there's not even one. I haven't seen one smart city in the world. And everybody's talking about smart city, wants to build a smart city, but the smart city never came.
There's one shipping container project that actually finished after us. And it was a nonprofit, cost $1 million a unit. And it was built by the city. Yeah. And it's in South Central. Cost $1 million per unit. 25 unit property cost $25 million to make. Ours cost $4 million. Privately funded. We spent $4 million all in, going over cost runs, everything. $4 million to build 20 units. They built 25 units for $25 million.
Man, it's impressive,
It's impressive.
Deciding that to do this and going through the labor that's going to take and people not familiar with is not easy. I walked a project on the East Coast. I forgot where exactly when they did it.
Shipping containers?
Yes.
Or modular?
And they told me it was painful.
It's very painful.
Yeah.
It was one of the most painful projects I've ever done in the last 25 years of doing projects.
It's more painful than doing a podcast with them?
That's pretty easy.
That's pretty
easy.
Wow.
Yeah. He gives me candy bars after the show.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he's been quiet, so he's giving you.
yeah,
Real estate's more his
Yeah.
wheelhouse.
Is it?
yeah.
I was just gonna ask, how is it working with your brothers, and how did you integrate them in?
My brothers,
Mhm.
they're part of me. So if you want, I'm the brain, they're the body.
That's important.
Yeah,
That's important. That's a good partnership, actually.
that's
That one person like lays down the direction, and then you got people. He's like that. He's the doer. I tell him the biggest
So-
skill he has is taking action.
I mean, I'm a doer, but it's. I think it's so natural with us. I think we grew through the years like this, and it's very, very natural. And honestly, like my biggest wealth in this world is my brothers. You know, when you feel you're not alone, you feel stronger.
I've hung out with all you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like we're very close, and the relationship that we have is very unique because we're like friends. I'm like the older brother. Sometimes I feel like I'm the dad, but we're real friends. Like they'll tell me when they don't like something, and they'll face me with it, and we just the relationship spans across all of this, and at the end of the day, it's really, really healthy. And you know, I spend my life working and with my brothers. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
always
I remember
together.
you guys
Yeah.
all had separate houses, but still lived in one.
Yes, and right next door.
Yeah.
But we still live in one. But
Yep.
it's like
What's in stores for you guys and growth moving forward? What are the plans?
big plans for us. But
What can you share?
so I can tell you, we're trying to change the way you look at real estate in general with our concept. So basically, you know, in real estate, you always look at value creation. So our value creation, other than a typical, like let's say location and design and all of that, is a layer of technology that really adding value to the structure. And what we're
Give me an example.
so what we're trying to achieve, the example is, let's say, the autonomous hotel. So usually the hotel looks like a Class A apartment complex, mixed use. But then, you know, we know what they trade at. They trade at, let's say,
5.5 cap.
5.5 cap, right? So now I'm taking that same building, I'm adding a layer of the tech and the concept of puzzling, and now you're like Airbnb on steroids. And now your building is generating 15-16% return on cost. So between your return on cost to the cap rate, that's a big upside for the building. So now we're creating value of the asset because of the concept that's driven by technology. So without the tech, it's impossible. So this is the layer of tech that I'm saying, creating value for a building. But in general, if I want to simplify it at a higher level, what we're trying to do is, can I take my hospitality income and can I get a tech valuation? And the plan is to go public as a tech company that happens to be selling hotel rooms. So if you look at who did that very well, it's Tesla. Tesla's revenue is selling cars. So basically, they sell cars.
But it's a tech company
But-
valuation wise.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
so they're a tech company. So they do not sell They do not sell technology. They sell cars. So if you look at what's the closest to Tesla, it's BYD, the Chinese company. They're taking over. They surpassed lately Tesla in sales. They're actually more profitable than Tesla, BYD. But you look at the market cap, they're 50 billion. You look at Tesla, they approach a trillion. Why? Because they get a tech multiplier, because they're a tech company with all the way they're set up. Of course, the effect of Elon Musk, also
Amplifies
what's coming next, like
Yeah.
that. And that's what I say. It's not also only data collection. It's a correlation of a data with an output, right?
Well, if you
And
saw
that's what creates value. So that's why everything I'm telling you is if you want the blocks to build that tech company that end up selling hotel rooms. So my objective is, can I sell a hotel room like any other hotel, but can I have a multiplier that's a tech multiplier, tech valuation? That's a home run for me. So that's the real objective at the end of the day.
So are you planning on just doing more hotels, more multifamily, and integrate your tech into it, or you want to expand your tech into other hotels?
No, it's 3 verticals. Vertical number 1 is the brand Autonomous Hotel that we're building. The same, like I
What's
told
it
you,
called?
Autonomous.
Autonomous?
The Autonomous Hotel, yeah.
Okay.
We're in Vegas. We did the soft opening. You guys are welcome. You're my guest.
Thank you.
To come try it. So vertical 1 is the autonomous brand that's sitting on all this tech and then creating more value for a real estate asset. Vertical 2 within the concept is licensing. So go out to different apartment developers, hotel developers, and tell them, hey, I'm going to license you the tech and the name and the concept and the IP. so you can make more money, more higher cap rate return on your building. That's vertical 2, which is licensing. And vertical 3 is actually white labeling. Once the technology is fully deployed and we trust that's 100% functional and it's very solid, we're going to be looking at white labeling. So we go to the big chain brands and we white label that ecosystem with a collective brain that tracks in real time and adjust and adapt in real time and monetize the guest by increasing their satisfaction. So we're going to white label it. So there's 3 verticals.
For multifamily developers, doesn't the zoning have to be in a specific zoning to allow like a condotel zoning, like commercial, right? Not a multifamily zone, because you have the 30-day rules and.
Tell me about it. So, we started doing Airbnbs.
I used to do that too.
Yes. So we started
apartments.
And then, when I first, we were very engaged with the distress market. So we bought a lot of properties, single family homes. And then when Airbnb started becoming popular, it was 2012, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is this Airbnb? I say, let's check it out. So we took one house and then we kind of remodeled it and furnished it. And this is how the concept of autonomous, because you take the concept like, okay, how can I provide this product? Okay, without building a 3, 4, 5 bedroom apartment, because nobody wants to lease it as a downside, or do you want to protect your
Yeah.
Oh, what if I make 1, 2 bedroom, 3, but I connect them? Okay, but how can I increase consistency in the service? Oh, and then AI. How can it? So you take everything and then you put it together in a way where and then the zoning, to go back to your answer, because I haven't answered you yet. Yes, but I figured a way around it. So the day it's a Class A apartment multifamily, but the zoning that we got is a condo hotel zoning, right? So condotel, but one owner.
Yeah.
I signed everything that we're not going to be selling them. And then the condo will allow you for a long term, and then the hotel will allow you for a short term. So we check the boxes, and that's the concept.
I had a deposit on the W Hotel in Las Vegas. I had $30,000 deposit. Okay, in 2007. And I was like, I don't know about this. This was a condotel development. They said we're going to build a W Hotel in Las Vegas on Harmon Road. And it's going to be, we're going to operate the hotel. You're going to get 60-40 rev share. I was like, it's not bad. This is not bad. And I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want a condo in the W Hotel. Let me cancel it. I canceled it, got my $30,000 deposit back. 2 weeks later, the project filed bankruptcy. And 2008 happened, and like all the projects went down. But I remember the condotel. That's the first time.
And then you bought the condo next door for $30,000 in 2009.
But that was the interesting concept at that time, the condotel, that allowed you to have short-term and long-term.
It was on fire. You know what was also like these repositioning of the multifamily,
especially if they're commercial zone, right?
Yes,
commercial zones will allow.
That was big at the time.
What about rent control? Do you guys have issues with like rent control coming in or affecting the Class A apartments and not allowing you to rent them as short-term rentals or hotels? Because in LA, we have rent control that prevents you from doing that, even if your zoning allows it.
We don't. So we have the right zoning in place, and we don't have the rent control affecting any of that.
Because there's talks about nationwide rent control coming in also. The administration was talking about like implementing national rent control, and I'm curious how that affects the condotel type projects where if they stay over 30 days, they're now protected because they're tenants and they can't be asked to move.
But that comes into like the eviction process.
Yeah.
You got to follow the eviction process of a typical apartment complex. So, but it depends on, so if they stay in the hotel, they need to stay less than 30 days.
Yeah.
If they stay more than 30 days, then you got to have a contract as a long-term tenant.
And you waive all the taxes, right?
That's how you work around it. So, but usually in the hotel, most of them are less than 30 days. And if they're more than 30 days, you can a lot of times renew it. It's 29 days. And then they want to stay again, you renew it again, but you don't pass the 30 days. Or if you pass the 30 days, you just have a long-term contract. And then you follow the typical eviction process.
Well, it makes sense in Vegas because Vegas, I think your hands are a little bit more free than LA. LA is just really tough to pull anything up like that. LA is a great place for billionaires.
It's not my opinion. It's known everywhere.
No, my thing is this. LA is a great place for billionaires to come and become millionaires.
That's funny. That's the first time I hear this one.
No, it's true. Right now, the environment is you got to be a billionaire to become a millionaire.
I heard that when you get married, that's what happens.
That also does happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
He would know all about it. He went from millionaire to thousandaire.
That's why you're quiet.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on the show today. I
Oh,
mean,
it's my pleasure.
It
It was fun.
really fun. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a lot of fun. Brian,
See you,
welcome to the show.
Funny guy, huh? Where can everyone find all the socials or find you?
You don't want to find him.
Well, they might. Never know.
What's wrong with finding me?
You don't want people calling, hey, Phillipe, I saw you on
I'm
the
not
podcast. Can I get a discount on the hotel room? Come on.
That's cool. So I'm gonna get a marketing out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah,
I can put your brother's cell phone number.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll take that one. But no, it's the Autonomous Hotel on social media everywhere. My name is Phillipe Ziade. I'm on social media, and then Live Homes is also on all social media platforms, on all the websites. So if you Google Vegas, you're gonna see my face.
Just
kidding.
Vegas?
I'm just kidding.
Well, then
That's fine.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, but that was fun. Thank you guys.
appreciate
It's
it.
really good. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. It's been a little while.
Yeah, I know.